Let me begin this live stream with this. I want to extend my congratulations to the Giants fans out there who were able to enjoy today's victory. All of the Giants fans out there who are so delusional in thinking this win means a single freaking thing going forward. I envy you. Congratulations. Congratulations on your culture win. I'm not going to group myself in with that. Yeah, I'm a Giants fan. Yeah, I want them to be good. But there are so many misguided fans that are getting all caught up in the hoopla behind winning a football game against the Cowboys, against the Giants' arch nemesis, that they are clouding their own judgment about what this means for the Giants as a whole. And I'm going to get into it. I want to react to it. The Giants have the 5th pick in the draft. Of course, they had the first pick locked up. Then they had the 2nd pick locked up. And now they dropped all the way down to 5. It could have been 7, but wins by the Commanders and the Browns have leapt them up to the 5th overall pick. I did a One Giant Step with Sean Morash. You check it out wherever you get your podcasts. Reacting to it. It was like 15 minutes after the game. I was emotional. I didn't have the time to sit down and collect my thoughts. I was a mess. I mean, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to deter you from going to listen to the podcast. It's a very good podcast. Hold on. I'm just trying to get a tweet out for this live. If you're joining now, thank you, everyone. Hold on. No, I mean, but I'm going to get into all of it. Before. All right. Yeah, I mean, listen, I started out this live stream with my thoughts on all of the Giants fans out there who were happy about this win. The Giants fans at MetLife Stadium cheering with every solid play the Giants made, every chunk of yards gained by the Giants, every touchdown, every field goal. And I'm going to group those fans in with all the other fans out there who are excited, who are happy right now at the Giants closing out their season with 2 wins in a row. The first time the Giants have won multiple games in a row since, you guessed it, Tommy DeVito winning 3 straight games and knocking the Giants out of contention to draft Jaden Daniels or Drake May. And congratulations to my fellow Giants fans that we have Jackson Dart. That was a great pick. It was amazing that Joe Shane was able to trade up for Jackson Dart. But you can't sit here and tell me you wouldn't rather have Drake May. And you could say to me, and this is, I digress. I'm gonna preface what I'm about to say with I digress. You can't tell me, oh, when the Giants get a better head coach like Mike Vrabel, he comes in, he's going to be just as good as Drake May. He won't. This is not me being a pessimist. This is not me trying to rain down on your parade. Jackson Dart will never be Drake May. So we look back at those meaningless wins from Tommy DeVito, and we see how big of a detriment they were to the Giants' future. It worked out. It worked out great. But if you know the Giants, you know how many holes they need to fill in this roster. I believe they have 1 pick in the first 100 selections in this draft. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might be 2. It's either 1 or 2. If the Giants were able to secure the 1st or 2nd overall pick as a team that doesn't need a quarterback, they would have been able to trade down and at best, or at worst, get 2 second-round picks and maybe a 3rd. At best, a first-rounder and more. Instead, they sit at the 5th overall pick. Not to say that they won't be able to acquire someone they would have acquired anyway by trading down, but they lose out on all the other assets they could have acquired as well. So, again, congratulations to all the Giants fans out there who are excited about the win. Take a look back. Understand history. There are a lot of people out there, and this isn't just for sports. There are a lot of people out there just refuse to read up on history. You know, stuff happens now in the news, and they're like, oh, this is the first time that's happened. Oh, this means nothing. Go back, learn about history, and stop getting caught up in the moment. Stop being a prisoner of the moment. have a long-term outlook when it comes to your sports teams. Because these idiot fans are the same fans who were celebrating and coronating Tommy DeVito 2 years ago. It is my biggest pet peeve when it comes to sports fans, not being able to see the big picture. And the fans out there chastising the same Giants fans who are very upset with the fact that the Giants do not possess the first or second overall pick are so misguided. And this isn't just like encompassed to the Giants fan. It's encompassed to all of the different Giants players who are repeating these talking points. And I'm just going to come out I'm going to come right out and say it. These fans are idiots. They are stupid. They give Giants fans a bad rap. They're the same fans who everyone hates in terms of Yankees fans or Knicks fans, whatever New York sports fans they are. They are the casuals who give everyone, like myself and like the majority of you out there, if you saw the title and then tuned in, they give us all a bad name. And the fans out there are rationalizing this by saying, you've never played any sport in your life. You don't understand. You're missing the point. No one is asking the players to go out there and tank. They are fighting for their lives, essentially. They're fighting for millions and millions of dollars in incentives and future contracts and for their own pride. No one is asking the players to go out there and lose on purpose. What we are asking the Giants to do, tank like other teams tanked. There's no reason why the Cowboys at halftime took out all their starters and you kept them all in. It makes no sense. You look across the NFL, they did it right. And the silver lining that people are finding in all this, which in my opinion makes it worse, the fact that the Giants already have a quarterback. Oh, well, whatever. If the Giants don't get the first or second overall pick, it's not a big deal. Because they already have their quarterback. Turns out the quarterback needs other guys around him in order to be more successful. In order for him to be able to grow as an NFL player, he needs another solid wide receiver. He needs a defense that won't blow fourth quarter leads for him multiple times a year. A new defensive coordinator is only going to do so much. So it pains me to scroll through my timeline and see how many different fans have this mindset. They just cannot be enlightened on what needed to happen over the last 2 weeks for the Giants. I can't say that I'm surprised. I can't say that I was expecting anything different from the Giants. This is what they do. They show up, play their hearts out in games that we don't want them to win. And in games we do want them to win, they don't show up. They have lapses of judgment. They jump off sides a million times. They make stupid decisions. They fumble the ball a bunch of times. And then, of course, in games they need to lose, they go out there and do this. So, if you're just joining now, I'm Bryce Gelman, just rapping on the Giants winning, closing out their season with their fourth win, and the repercussions of the Giants now falling down to the fourth or the fifth overall selection in the 2026 NFL Draft. I'd love to know what you guys think. Hopefully, listen, if you're out there and you share the beliefs of the exact people that I'm criticizing right now, drop a comment. Get involved here. I'd love to have a discussion. I'm not trying to deter you from getting in on this. Because trust me, I know there's plenty of them out there. So again, I'm in shock at how many Giants fans out there are happy with this win. Last year was different. Last year, fans were extremely excited. There wasn't much to hope for. And then the Giants got a win at the end of the year. I was infuriated. People that I know were also infuriated. But you think that all of those fans, especially after the year before, would take all that in and realize, hey, these late season culture wins will not benefit this team going forward. You'd think that'd be the case, right? Yet I see so many people on Twitter. Sean Morash and myself did one giant step that we post on the WFA and YouTube. The amount of comments on there criticizing me, criticizing Sean for simply wanting the Giants to be in a better position going forward so they can win. And the rationalization makes no sense. And it's different for every fan. It's different from every commenter, from every different Twitter user. They're not one and the same. I picked out one of them here. At Elijah Chapman season. He forced that fumble. Thank God that was called back. Obviously didn't have any impact on the final result. He says, or she, I don't know. Some of you Giants fans care about a fucking pick more than your franchise quarterback. How stupid you have to be to sit on your phone, to take your thumbs out, and to type that in and then press tweet. Some of you Giants fans care about a fucking pick more than your franchise quarterback? How stupid do you have to be to have that take? How stupid do you have to be? Jackson Dart could have thrown for 550 yards and 7 touchdowns today, and if they lost, we'd be fucking thrilled. You get your stat padding, and they lose the game. But it was the opposite. They're not mutually exclusive. You think I don't care about the development of Jackson Dart? You think I don't care about Jackson Dart as the future quarterback of the Giants? You'd think that me not caring about him would translate to me wanting the Giants to win that game for culture purposes. Because at the end of the day, in 6 to 8 months, you think the 1/3 of the players still rostered, that are rostered right now in the Giants, are going to be looking back at this game and saying, you know what? I'm glad we won that game. Now I've got the motivation. I've got the inspiration to go into training camp, to go into minicamp, all fired up because we got that one. We finished the season on a high note. You think that that's the case? Then I have a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. I do. And I listen, I mean, a lot of my displaced anger is focused on the Giants. It's not focused on the players. It's not focused on Kafka. He's coaching for his career. The players are playing for their career and millions and millions of potential dollars. I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at the organization. John Mara is on his deathbed. Let's be honest here. You've got Pat Leonard writing fluff pieces on John Mara. That should tell you all you need to know. And I've said it so many times. My prayers are out to John Mara. He's a human being. He's got cancer. Prayers out to him. You know, it's a very tough situation. And our opinion on his, his past football decisions and his ability to run the football side of the Giants aside, that does not matter here. Prayers out to John Mara, but he's dying. Someone's got to say it. He is dying. So the Giants went out there and won one last game for Mr. Mara, whose beloved Giants are now in a worse position because they won said game. How do you not see exactly what is right in front of you? It is insanely confounding. It really is. They gave John Mara the game ball after the game. They won the game for Mr. Mara to make his trips, for cancer treatment easier. Someone who's going to be gone soon. I mean, listen, I'm not speculating about John Mara's health. I think it's not good. That's who you wanted to play hard for? Good. As you should. I'm not blaming the players. I'm blaming the organization. Joe Schoen from what we've heard, his job was safe. He couldn't have phoned down to Mike Kafka. Hey, take out those players. Run the ball more. Do this. Do that. This is part of the issue with with an interim head coach. Because he's trying to prove himself here, just like the players are. So now you really got a pickle. But the Giants now have the 5th pick instead of 1 or 2. Of course, the Raiders won today. Just can't make this shit up. The Raiders won. So they are not in a spot anymore to trade down and get a haul of picks. And I got to level with you guys. I was seething. I was infuriated. I have not been that angry about anything in a very long time. So it wasn't like, like the Knicks blowing that game, game 1 against the Pacers. That was more shock instead of anger. I'm not used to the Knicks, blowing 16-point leads in the fourth quarter of a conference finals game. What I am accustomed to is the Giants winning meaningless games at the end of seasons. More often than not. The fact that we had to sit through 16 games or 15 games, a lot of them heartbreaking losses, just to end up with the 5th pick at the end of the year. It's extremely disheartening. And it's as dejecting as anything in sports, experiencing that, which makes it, even more confusing. The fans out there who wanted the team to win today. Like, you've sat through so much bullshit the entire year. Are these 2 wins at the end of the season really going to make up for those? Giving up 33 points in the 4th quarter to the Broncos? Turning the ball over 5 straight times against the Saints? Allowing that game-winning drive against the Cowboys? Are these 2 wins going to make up for that? Certainly aren't for me. I think if you are a fan who subscribes to this belief, you need to take a hard, long fucking look in the mirror and realize you have no idea what you're talking about. None. What's more important is that during that hard, long look in the mirror, you realize how idiotic your arguments are. And how irrelevant they are to the conversation. Again, if you're just joining, I'm talking about, of course, the Giants ending up with the 5th pick, but I'm also mostly addressing the Giants fans out there that are happy with this win. The argument being made out there by Giants fans to people like me, other sane Giants fans, the reporters who see this as well. Oh, you guys never played a snap in the NFL in your life. Oh, you don't know sports. You don't know team sports. Do you? Have you played in the fucking NFL? How stupid you have to be to make that argument. Like, how does that have anything to do with what I'm saying or what anyone else is saying? Just because we didn't play in the NFL means that I can't come up with a reasonable take based off what we've seen repeatedly over the past few years from the Giants? Oh, I'm not allowed to look back to 2023. I'm not allowed to talk down on the Messiah Tommy DeVito for winning 3 straight meaningless games. Oh, I'm not allowed to complain about the Giants losing out on Drake May and Jaden Daniels because of that. No, I can't do that. I still have to be yearning for the days when the Giants won 3 straight games with Tommy DeVito. I need to put my head down in the fucking pillow and dream about that overnight and wake up with a smile on my face because I was able to experience Tommy DeVito's greatness for 3 straight games. That's who you are. If you're out there claiming that, oh, well, you didn't play in the NFL. You have no idea what you're talking about. And the most infuriating part, it's not the fans. It's more the players, the former Giants players, who just don't see this. They still have that player mindset. They're not thinking with their heads. They're thinking with their hearts. They're former NFL players. They understand the camaraderie of a locker room. They want to see their former teams win. They don't have the mindset, the objective mindset of the fan who is removed from the team aspect of it. And yeah, a lot of us are biased as fans. But when you see the entire sports world, what? Who? I'm not giving you my phone number. Who are these people? I don't know what I'm just saying. You see this person just ask me for my phone number. Get lost bot. No, I mean, I listen. I find it hard to believe the amount of people that subscribe to this belief. The amount of players too. I get it. I understand. But like there are other arguments to be made. Like the you didn't play organized football is not a good enough argument to explain why you think this win was good. How does that have anything to do with it? And there's so many fans who are caught up in the moment of disgust with reasonable, sane fans that they cannot sit and listen to the argument being made in front of them. No one is advocating for the players to go out there and sell the game themselves. No one is advocating for the coaching staff to just give up. We are advocating for the organization as a whole to realize the best path forward is to lose meaningless games. Season is over. You know Jackson Dart's the future. You saw what he did last week against the Raiders. There's 25 people at MetLife Stadium. What more do you need him to prove? What more do we need to see from Jackson Dart in order to feel good about his future as the Giants quarterback? And God forbid, Brian Burns goes out there, tears his Achilles. God forbid Dexter Lawrence breaks his knee. You're running the risk of all that happening by playing these players in a meaningless game. So it's twofold. It's positive both ways. You lose the game and you prevent your players from potentially getting injured. And thank God, no one was hurt in that game. Brian Burns went out early. He got 10 pounds of tape on his ankle and then comes back into the game. What? What are we doing? He was hurt. Keep him out. And Theo Johnson, an illness, went to the Knicks game. And then you put Brian Burns. And yeah, I'm sure he was begging to go back into the game. But that's the point. If you're the organization, you say, sit the fuck down on the bench. You've got 16 and a half sacks. You'll probably be all pro. Sit down. All right? No, we're going to let him back in. Risk his future with the Giants for a meaningless fucking game. So I'm pissed. I still am. I've definitely talked myself off the ledge. The amount of talent on this team, the fifth pick it's still solid, but like there's so many holes they need to fill. There's such a lack of depth with this organization. And they're in cap hell because of some terrible signings made by Joe Schoen last year. James Hudson, Chauncey Golston, Darius Slayton. Lack of linebacker depth, very concerning. Lack of offensive line depth. Congratulations, you took Marcus Bowe. He's your new swing tackle. Who's your right tackle? What's the deal with Illuminor? Who's your right guard? Who's your left guard? These are all big questions that Joe Schoen is going to have to address. And having the first or second pick would have made it a lot easier to address those issues, because they would have been able to add 3 or 4 more guys in the top 100, whether it be this year or next year. And now the Giants are shit out of luck. And that's why you've got fans like myself so up in arms. It's pretty simple when you sit back and think about it. When you remove your blindness, your blinders that you have on as a fan. Can't look at everything through rose-colored glasses. Just not how things work when it comes to sports. And you'll see. And this is not a moment for me to like, told you so. I'm not going to come back in 8 months and tell you that. You will continue to see a lack of depth on this Giants team. You will. And there are a few guys at the top of that board. I mean, their secondary is awful. They needed a number 1 cornerback. Paulson Adebo, pretty good, solid. Cordell Flott needs to get paid. Are either one of those cornerback 1? Nope. Nope. How are your safeties? How did Javon Holland play this year? How about Tyler Nubin? Not good enough. Not good enough. All right, Sunday Night Football starting. Very good game. Important game to watch for the Giants. If one of these teams gets blown out, I can't see how either one of those head coaches will stay. Both fan bases are really ticked off with these coaches. So something to watch for, a little incentive for Giants fans to turn on this game, and just for NFL fans as a whole. It's a good game. All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you all very soon. If you enjoyed this on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching this on X or Twitter, please drop a follow and check me out on YouTube as well. Talk to you all very soon. Peace.